They got rid of the disco brown thing now. But again, this is not the kind of impact you want. When those people click over, regardless of what link they're using, you want to make sure that there's an impact that gets them interested in what you have to provide. And of course, if you haven't done anything at all, then we know you're back to this, and we don't want that at all. So don't do that. So making it easy, pretty simple to get into. We already kind of talked about it getting into your control panel. You're just going to go to realtor.com, do the agent sign in, put in your email address and your password, and your profile manager is right there.
Thank you.
So all you have to do is click on the profile manager. As soon as you do, up comes your profile manager. The first page, there's only 4 pages in here, so it's really hard to get lost. The very first page you open is where all the information we saw at the very top of the page, this is all where it populates from. There's a down arrow, you click on there to add your main photo, same little arrow in the upper right hand corner to add the background photo, and then as you go down the page, it's simply fill in the blank. What phone numbers do you want to be reached at? What emails do you want to be reached at? Your bio will be a box a little further down. All the other information, specializations, areas served, just fill in the blanks. It's very simple. When you're ready, if you want to request recommendations, there's the recommendations link. Click there. If you want to send out a request to the title companies or other people that you want to ask for a recommendation from, there'll be a place on there. You can just put in all their email addresses. One click, it sends out separate emails to every address. They're not going to be CC'd or BCC'd. So you can send out to 5 or 10 addresses at a time. It'll blast them all out. It'll request the recommendation. All they have to do to leave you a recommendation is respond to the email. You'll get an email you can pick up either on your phone or on here. You'll see all the information. All you have to do is tap either approve or disapprove. If you tap approve, it automatically posts it. Nothing else you have to do.
Oh, so it's nice because it lets you approve it first.
Yes.
So we don't have that nightmare like some other people I know from Zillow.
Yes, recommendations ask for approval or disapproval.
Okay, good.
Ratings don't. That's the 5-star ratings.
Difference. Okay.
That's the difference. Remember, recommendations you can get from anybody, and you can approve or disapprove. This is also where you would go to copy and paste recommendations in from other sites.
Okay.
Ratings and reviews, same process. I go to ratings and reviews, put the client's email address in, but once I send it off to them, from that point to get your 5-star ratings, that's all automated. You get whatever response they give you.
That's the same as Zillow. They're gonna do. They
Yeah.
all get to say whatever
I
they
know.
want to say.
Zillow,
Yeah.
Zillow lets you import these. So if you get one review here, you can import that into Zillow.
Yeah. But I'm just
Oh,
saying,
you know it.
when it comes to Zillow, they can, I mean, once you ask the customer can say whatever they want, and then you have to hope to God they said something.
And again, that's why you get to respond to it. But again, to maintain the integrity of an unbiased review, you can't have control over it. So that's what it's
Can I
designed
ask a
for.
simple question? I
Sure.
was having a heck of a time trying to download a better business photo. I had a blurry one in there that I don't know where they got it. Remax, somebody else here must have put it in, and it was blurry, and I had a professional business photo saved in my documents that I kept trying to put in, and it would not take it.
Too big? Or too
I
small?
guess, but I mean, I put it everywhere else, and no one else had a problem with it, so I don't know what size I should be trying to. I know you said
Typically, it will
things-
take almost anything. Do you know what the file type is? Is it a JPEG or a PNG or a GIF or?
Thought it was a JPEG,
Okay. When you're in front of your computer, give us a call at the 800 number, and they can either help you with it, or they may just have you email it to them, and they'll go in and do it for you manually.
but-
But they can get it taken care of for you right away. But they can usually tell you on the back end. There's a lot of different things it could be, but as far as I know, we don't have a size limitation, except for a minimum size. If it's too small, then it'll blow up and look
I can
yucky.
help you next time you're in the office. Just show me your laptop.
Yeah.
It just didn't want to take it. I didn't know why. It was driving me crazy. Okay.
Okay. The other nice thing is on any of these pages, if you get to the page, and again, the quick reference guides walk you through this whole process also, and everything that needs to be filled out here. But if you forget or don't have the guide in front of you, on every page, if you scroll to the bottom, there's a video button. Click on it, it'll pop up. There's like a 2 to 3 minute video that explains how to fill in that page. And it's on each of the 4 pages at the bottom. If you're into the whole blogs and social media stuff, you can also connect this profile up to your business Facebook page, your Twitter account, Foursquare. If you do a blog, it'll automatically duplicate your blog information here, so you get exposure in both locations. If you put your Twitter or your Facebook feed As you put stuff on there, it'll automatically post to those sections on your profile down below. As you get new listings or listing sells or you get recommendations, it'll automatically send that information out the other direction as well. So it's another way to kind of keep all that information flowing around you. And again, having all that information flowing around your name, when Google sees all those connections and you popping up everywhere, that's how you can kind of shape what comes up when you do a search for your name. Because the more information and the more interconnected they are, the higher visibility they have in the search engines. If you don't do that, then don't even worry about it. But the main thing is get to the About Me page and get it filled out. Again, you can go to Realtor.com profile support, that's in the guides as well. And any problems, just call the 800 number. They'll help you through anything. Okay, you can get to the profile. We talked about this. You can get through the Realtor.com portals. Also, if you've got a .realtor or you're coming in through Google, those all connect. Get Realtor, their campaign, those all drive people to your Realtor profile. We've actually started working with a lot of state associations. So any of the state associations that have a public website with Realtor directories, many of those we're also powering all their profiles. So when they click more about the agent, it takes them to your Realtor.com profile because a lot of states don't want to have to keep up the profile information. So there's a lot of reasons that you want to go ahead and get that filled out. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to run through in the last few minutes is all the other free stuff we have. Now there's one page you're going to go to, Realtor.com Engage, and you should also have another handout on that. It says take advantage of the free benefits. I'm only going to talk about three very quickly. The mobile listing builder, the Facebook business page, and the Housing Trends e-newsletter. These are probably the three most powerful ones that all used together with the other things that we've talked about from a marketing perspective can give you a lot of mileage and none of them cost you anything. And I can tell you all three of them, there are other companies out there that charge for these services. So it's a nice little benefit. First thing we're talking about is trends in mobile. So here's a couple of quick facts. We know by 2020, 31% of the world's population will be under 35. Here come the millennials. Half of US 20-somethings have no landline, and almost a third of smartphone owners use them as their primary connection. We got rid of our phone about 2 years ago because the only calls we ever got were salespeople. We're currently outpacing, iPhones alone are outpacing the population. And that's before the latest one that explodes in your pocket. Before that, we were looking at about, well, this always hits me right about this time of day. Get rid of this real quick. I'm getting kicked off my my website. Here we go. So we know about 378,000 iPhones are sold daily, about 371,000 babies are born. Now, that's just iPhones, not even Androids. I don't know if this next article has anything to do with that. I didn't do the survey, but I can tell you I'm not one of those 1/3, but that could have something to do with it.
Look at that, 1/3 of Americans.
Prefer their smartphone. Don't ask me why. But we know in real estate it's definitely a big part of what we're doing and a lot of our business. In fact, as we said, ours we're looking at 66 to 70% by the end of the year. These little guys are kind of the focus of what we're going to be talking about right now. I'm sure you all know QR codes. They're kind of everywhere. I've been to a lot of and do a lot of speaking at different tech events all over the country, and I still hear different tech guys talking about these, saying, you know, they're kind of passé, we don't use them here, they kind of never gain any traction, it's kind of over with. I would tend to disagree with that. I actually come from a tech background. And the problem is, in this country, we tend to kind of adopt things very slowly. We kind of sit back and wait to see what's going to happen. When you look at the Pacific Rim or Europe, they tend to jump on things a lot faster. We just need to see what everybody else is doing before we go, hey, that's cool, let's go do that. So the nice thing about QR codes, and one of the reasons they're starting to get more traction, whether you realize it or not, is because marketing real estate is expensive too. And we're so data-driven now, we want all the details on everything, we want it right now. And there's not enough room on any billboard to put all that information. So we're starting to do it in QR codes. This was actually a sign in Sky Harbor in Phoenix, sitting over on the side where everybody was waiting 2 hours to get on the plane. I took this a few weeks ago when I was going through the TSA pre-check line because I noticed everybody going by was taking a picture of this thing because they were tired of waiting in line. And the nice thing is when you actually take a shot of that, it takes you right to the page where you can sign up for it and pay the TSA. Over here, this is actually an article from Popular Science last year. In the Netherlands, they're putting QR codes in all the coinage. It's actually minted right on the coinage.
Wow.
They're putting it on the paper money this year. When you scan the QR code, it takes you to information on where that coin was minted and also provides information on the current economy. So if you want to catch up on the economy, all you got to do is take a picture of your money.
Oh my, that is really wow.
This is in Korea. This is my favorite one. You got this guy over here kind of snapping pictures of the products over here, but if you look carefully at this guy, He's getting on a subway train. This isn't a store, it's a subway platform. And what they're doing is while they're waiting for their train, they go along and scan the QR code, put the quantity and the flavor they want, and they're doing their grocery shopping. The groceries are delivered to their houses 2 hours later. So while they're standing there waiting for their train, they can shop for all their groceries. By the time they get home, they get delivered. I'm sure Amazon has something to do with that.
Gee.
Wow.
I think that's awesome. This is Tyler, Texas.
Barcode technology's 15 years old. Scanning the barcode.
Mhm. This is really just the next step of that, because the problem with the barcodes is they're starting to run out of codes. So they're actually taking it to the next step with this. This is Tyler, Texas. One of the agents there got rid of the magnetic signs, because the problem with magnetic signs is everybody has them now. You used to stand out. Now everybody has them, so people kind of just are used to them and they ignore them. They switched out their magnetic sign with a magnetic QR code. Traffic to their website went up 35% overnight, because people are just curious. What's this thing? What does it take me to? So people will actually go hit it. I probably would have taken the real estate name and phone number off there too.
Yeah.
Probably would have boosted it even more. A lot of people still use these. If you do, you put these wonderful things on the house, you stuff them full of flyers, and by the next morning they're all gone, because everybody walking their dog in the neighborhood steals them overnight. Or it rains. And if you're using inkjet printers, they don't deal well with humidity and rain. So put a sticker on it with the QR code. That way, if it's empty, people can still go get information on the property. Now, the important thing is that QR code needs to point to the property, not to your website, because nobody wants to scan the QR code and then have to go search for that property on their website, especially on their phone. So where this comes in handy, these stickers cost a couple of bucks at Kinko's or FedEx office now. They're really, really easy. Or you can put them on your sign. This is where you put a link to your actual company website if you're adding it to the sign itself. Now, when they scan the QR code, it takes them to a mobile website. Now, I'm not talking about pointing them to the mobile version on Realtor.com. I'm talking about a mobile website with your branding that's designed specifically for the consumer. It looks like you've created it just for their house. We already have it built in. We already have all the information. So it's easy for us. As soon as they click on it, they get all 36 photos or however many photos you have uploaded. They can email it, they can bookmark it, they can share it. All the information on the property that's part of that listing detail is already built into the site, and it's already branded to you. And this is one of those advantages that you guys have as showcase agents, that the other agents, they have access to the free benefit of this, even though they don't know about it. But if you're not a showcase agent, there's no place for you to put branding information in, because nothing you can do allows you to brand any of your listings or any of your information. So you don't have branding on all the free stuff. You guys do. So this is yet another benefit that you can provide to your clients and know that your branding's out there that they don't have. So all this information is right there, and it's very easy to create. A minute ago, I showed you the page that was Realtor.com Engage, and it had all the buttons. So what happens is you go to that page, you don't have to log in or anything. Just go to Realtor.com Engage, push the button down there for Mobile Listing Builder. The top of the page changes picture, and it looks like this. And all you do is press Get Started. From here, it's 4 mouse clicks. Page changes, it's going to ask you for your MLS ID, put your ID in, and click Validate. There's 3 of the 4 clicks right there. As soon as you do that, pick your property. That's 4. That's all you have to do. It takes all of about a few seconds.
So you give it the QR code. In other words,
We do.
you do the QR code.
Correct.
So
All you do is put your MLS, your
Can you
MLS
circle
ID,
it?
and pick your property. There's the
If-
code.
If I have, say, like if I have 6 stock signs with QR codes and I rotate them out on my listings, I can't tell you, no, I want you to use this QR code.
No.
Okay.
It's all automatic.
That's fine, you're saying.
Basically all you do is you pick your property. It's going to create a new QR code for every property, because the link and that site link is all being created simultaneously at the same time.
That's why I get stickers that are
You get stickers.
$5.
Okay.
I'm
Slap
saying
a
that's
sticker
how
on.
the sticker would be.
In fact, they actually make sign writers now that say, click here for more information.
Right.
Or
they-
scan, I should say,
Or,
scan for more
and we
information.
do the small little signs too that you can do them with, but it,
Mhm.
to me it's,
See,
I feel
there's
like
your,
I need to recycle it.
there's
or
your next
something.
$1 million idea, Barb. Remember how they used to have the label makers? Now they
Mhm.
have barcode makers. Make your own barcodes.
Once it comes up, you're going to get a short link. You can click on that. It's going to pop up what looks like a little miniature phone on your screen, so you can kind of experience what it'll be like for somebody using it mobily. You can share the URL with your client. Just put their email address in. It's going to kick it out to them. You can come back later and pull statistics and see how many people are using the QR code. There's the code itself. When you click Save, it creates a PDF. You can either print it out, take it to the printer, or drop it in a marketing folder for the property, and do the same thing with the flyer and the postcard. All these are created as soon as you click the property. It's all automatic. All of your flyers pop up. They already have the QR codes there. All the property pictures there. Remember before we were looking at the control panel, I said you could slide them around and put them in whatever order you wanted. It's going to grab the first 7. So that's how you control what comes up on the flyers. It's what order you have them in the actual listing itself on Realtor.com. And the same thing, there's all your information that comes from the property description. So all that's automatic. Take all those, email them off. You can actually do it right online now for your Staples or FedEx office. Say I want 3 stickers, I want 100 flyers and 25 postcards. I'll pick them up tomorrow.
So there's no flyer creation portion to your site on the back. In other words,
All automatic.
it is all automatic.
It is all automatic. Yeah. Now, this creates a PDF and it will have your branding on it. However, you can't go in on our system and edit the flyer. However, it's a PDF, so if you have like Adobe where you can edit PDFs, then you can go in and actually edit that if you wanted to. But it's just all automatically done in one click because a lot of people don't want to do it. They just want something they can print off and go. So it works either way. But it's all free. The only thing it's going to cost you is printing the stickers and the flyers if you choose to. Ta-da. Next, we have Facebook business page. If you happen to have a Facebook business page, we have content. This is a content provider for your Facebook business page. A lot of times with Facebook pages, agents will go out and create these. They'll throw a posting up every couple of days. You're not doing yourself any good doing that. If you're trying to create a business page that brings back business, you have to create content on that page continuously. It's a catch-22 though, because if you're a busy agent, you don't have time to feed this thing every day. The problem is people that utilize this will go to this page and not see fresh content and figure you're not doing any business. That's the catch-22. So what you want is you want to create a page that isn't like your personal page. It's a business page that constantly provides information on the real estate market. So people that are interested in real estate right now will go to this page day after day looking for new information. That's what type of content you want to provide. So we have a plugin. You still have to go put together your business page, but there's a plugin that allows us to provide the content there. It's not splattered with a bunch of Realtor.com stuff, but allows you to go through and set up the center of your page, and we'll provide content throughout the day. What's going on with the lending? What's going on with interest rates? It is regional specific. It doesn't get all the way down to neighborhoods. However, if you subscribe to our market snapshot, which actually does get down to neighborhoods, you can plug that in so it will do neighborhood specific information too. You don't need to, you don't have to. It's just if you have that product, it'll flow in automatically. This is also a place where you can collect leads. We have a buyer's and seller's guide that you can turn on so that when somebody comes to the page, if they want a buyer's guide or seller's guide, they just click the button, put in their name and their email address, and it automatically emails them a buyer's or seller's guide that has all of your contact information, all of your profile information at the top. It looks like it was created and generated by you. And so it sends it straight to them for you, captures that lead, and now if you wanted to, you could actually have that go to your 5 Street and jump right into the funnel with everything else. That's one option. In addition to that, we also have the Housing Trends e-newsletter. A lot of the same type of content. This is designed to be a monthly newsletter. So if you're talking to those leads that say, I'm not quite ready yet, I'm not on an agent yet, no problem. I've got a monthly newsletter I send out. If you'd like, I can put you on the list. I won't call or bother you. You can unsubscribe it at any time. You're not going to get spammed by anybody else, but if you're interested, I can send this out to you as well. All of your branding, again, appears at the top on those newsletters. So it appears as everything's being generated by you, all of your branding and everything flows with it. So just another option.
Can I ask a real quick question just to back up a few steps? The
Mhm.
5 Street. 5 Street only works with Realtor.com leads, correct?
Incorrect.
No.
Okay. I missed that part.
5 Street
what
works
other
with
leads does it work
everybody.
with?
Anybody and everybody.
So
Thank
Zillow,
you.
Trulia.
You're very welcome.
Zillow as well.
Zillow, Trulia, everybody. Remember, we
I thought
talked
that
about
was
your first
just-
name dot last name at 5street.me?
Yeah, no, I got that. That's why I was confused. I had that in my head that was
Mhm.
only Realtor.com leads.
No.
See, now I
The
think-
Realtor.com leads will be set up to work automatically as soon as we turn the feature on because it's already tied to us. But any other leads you get from anywhere, Facebook, Zillow, Trulia, any other services, all you do is put in that email address, your 5 Street email address, for the lead emails to go there, and 5th Street will pick it up from there.
This is the same thing that Top Producer has been doing for a while, because I have a Top Producer email that I use for Zillow and everything else, and
Mhm.
it dumps into then my Top Producer, which is an automatic contact.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a full CRM, and that integrates seamlessly with 5th Street as well.
we do
Okay.
that.
So when it comes in through
We've got
5th
so much
Street,
trash in there. That's-
5th Street will
yeah,
go
it's
one
not
way,
doing
and then it'll also put the information into Top Producer for you also.
So,
They'll all integrate together.
well, that's what I was just gonna say, is that I shouldn't be doing both. I'm gonna need to replace then, my Realtor.com email for where I had my Top Producer email.
Yes.
So that it's filtering through to this first.
5th
And
Street.
then just going into Top Producer as a CRM.
Mhm.
Okay.
And they'll help you get all that set up when we start going through the training and get all that done. But yeah, you'll basically you'll change out the Top Producer address for the 5th Street address. It'll flow through to 5th Street. It'll handle the lead production from there, and then automatically populate Top Producer with all the user information.
You could just leave stuff alone for like 10 years at a time.
I know, I was like, I set this all up like a year and a half ago, I don't remember it all.
Again, everything on the free stuff, Engage site. This is where you get everything: mobile listing builder, Facebook business page, and the Housing Trends newsletter, all in one place. Ta-da! So that's all our profiles, websites, Facebook social connections, and the Housing Trends newsletter, and everything that I have for you today.
Okay,
Cool.
Hopefully, you find lots and lots of benefit.
thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for coming out.